Yeah. Like, people do die in the Yakuza series, but the main character doesn't actually kill anyone. He's like a former Yakuza. Yeah, I just started now. Yeah, I like Japanese games. Also, this is where that meme comes from, you're already dead. And it's what it says at the bottom of my screen. Omae wa mou shinderu, you're already dead. Okay, I'll show you some fights. Oh, I got a treasure map. This game doesn't have as many enemies that roam around. In the other Yakuza games, there's usually more enemies that challenge you to fight, but you can like run away from them. It's like a fighter game with RPG elements and like a storyline. Yeah, like here's the enemies, you just run into them. Or you can run around them if you want, you don't have to fight them. Let's see. Okay. Oh, that only gave me a little bit. These guys are... It's like the special attack moves, which are like quick time events. Yeah. In this game, you actually kill people. In the regular Yakuza series, you don't kill people. You just beat them up. Okay. And there's like, here's the map. And it always tells you, it usually tells you where to go. And there's the wasteland, which is like, you drive around in and look for stuff. And there's like restaurants you go, you can buy food to regain health. Coliseum, you can do Coliseum matches, which are really hard right now. I haven't been able to beat any. I'll show you that, because that's the quickest way to fight. Yeah, see if... No, wait, actually I won't do it. Duels are hard right now for some reason. Like, you get items. You get, like, points that you can use to buy items, and you also unlock different items that you use to power up, like, your add-ons that power you up. Yeah. Talismans in this game, which are, like, special attacks. They have different effects. Yeah, it's kind of hard because there's so many of them. Yeah. Oh man, I should have, I forgot to restore my health. I'm trying to take out the big ones first. There's a special attack. This is his famous one, his main one. And his catchphrase. I'm gonna lose this because I forgot to regain my health. Yeah, when you're in heat mode, you can use this. This attack will occur like when you get a combo on them. And if you knock them down, you can do a special attack where you jump on them and hit them in the head. It is like a fighter. It does get repetitive though, like kind of like old school fighters do. That's a channeling point. So if you get that right, it pretty much either kills them or does a lot of damage. Sorry? No, the other Yakuza games you can. Like, you can play... Yeah, that was a special talisman that revives you when you die. But it looks like I'm screwed. Yeah, this one's kind of hard right now. Yeah, when you lose, you just lose all your health, but I have items that will give me 100% health. And I have like 14 million basically, so money-wise, like, I'm good. Actually, I'll show you a minigame. This one doesn't have karaoke. You can be a host club manager. There is a karaoke-like game in it though, which is like you're healing people. Okay. Inventory. Yeah, I lost all my health. I get it all back. Yeah, this game was actually kind of short. Like, it didn't take me that long to beat it. Ooh, let's see. I'm on chapter 6, so I'm more than halfway through the game right now. Oh. Yeah, I think it tells you. I played quite a few days though, so I did play a lot. I didn't stream any of it though. I think I mean, it depends if you do the sub-stories or not, like how many you do, like, or if you just do the main objectives. If you just do main objectives, you can get, or if you skip stuff too, like if you just skip the cutscenes. Yeah, on YouTube, I think there's a cutscene compilation, which is like 4 hours and 23 minutes. I don't know if that includes sub-stories, though. There's 80 sub-stories. Yeah, one of them you have to beat the game before you can do it, too. The second last one, you have to beat the game to do it. They have like an endless mode, which is non-storyline, and you just wander around and you do stuff. Alright, let's see. The Snail Song. It is Ode to Joy, Dad. It actually plays Ode to Joy. This is the wackiness again. I'm like healing people with my powers. This is kind of how the karaoke game is. Like, you have to match buttons like this. When it passes by horizontally, you have to match it. I'm pretty bad at this though. I'm not good at rhythm games. Rhythm games are popular in Japan. Like, they still have arcades there. Yeah, this one you could. Actually. I'll quit this one. I'll show you another game. Let's do it real quick. Go through this. Yeah, I should get Yakuza for PS5. Actually, but the new one plays like traditional RPG where it's like turn-based, and I find, yeah, that's too time-consuming. The battles would take too long if you have to wait. You could also do racing too. Oh yeah. First you find you find parts for the car, but that's part of like a story mission, so it doesn't really take that long. Like, those were enemies I just bumped into, but if I keep running away from them, they will. Oh yeah, this is where you do bounties. You go for bounties, which bounties eventually they lead to sub stories. but they get kind of repetitive, I find. I did a lot of, like, I did them all. Okay, yeah, and I think some of them only appear at nighttime, so you have to wait till night. You have to go back to your hideout, and then you switch. Yeah, I'll show you. There's a bar game. Yeah, you can drink alcohol in the game. It doesn't get you drunk though. I think in the other games you can get drunk, which it makes you like kind of stronger, or your heat gauge build up faster, which is like your special moves. This one, alcohol doesn't seem to do anything other than give you health.
Yeah.
Yeah, it does. Oh, okay, I maxed all these out, but I'll just show you what you gotta do. Yeah, this one you gotta go like this. It is an adult themed game. Ooh, 4 seconds to spare. Yeah, for that one, yeah. Yeah, my dad figured out the trick to it. The trick is you don't move it too much. If you move it too much, it goes slower. If you don't move it enough, it doesn't move. You just kind of like vibrate back and forth like that. That's all you gotta do. There's 3 different variations. Yeah, these lead to sub-stories, or if you do it for certain shop owners, they have more items that they sell, like better items. And I figured out the trick for this one. I just press all 4 buttons at the same time. It's the fastest way to do this. Yeah. Before I was doing it 1 at a time, but that's actually... Yeah, one of the names of the drinks is called You Are Already Drunk. And there's one last minigame. This is the worst one, the one I like the least. This one kind of makes me feel like I'm gonna break my controller. Oh, okay, not that one. I'll quit. I'll show you the other game. You gotta like spin the analog stick around in a circle. It just feels like the analog is gonna snap. I get this like feeling. So yeah, and that one's the hardest because there's no trick to it. You just have to do it fast. So I failed a few times on it before I got it. The one with the 4 buttons took me a while until I figured out the trick. Yeah, I just press them all at once. That seems to be the most effective way to do it. These games are unique. Those games are not in the other Yakuza games. Like, they have some really weird ones where you go to like a massage parlor, and there's a telephone club where you gotta pick the right words, but the words spin around in a circle really quickly. It's like a kind of a sex game. And there's one where you watch videos of these actually real-life Japanese porn stars, but it's kind of like softcore. Yeah, they hire porn stars to actually do some of the characters in the game, in the Yakuza series. Real-life people? Yeah, real-life people, yeah. One of them is Chinese, and apparently China was pissed because she mentions Taiwan, and China hates it every time someone mentions Taiwan because they think Taiwan belongs to them. Yeah, it's because the Republic of China fled to Taiwan when they lost the war against the communists. Because the Republic of China was weakened by the Japanese invasion during World War II. They did all the fighting while the communists kind of just hid out in the mountains and didn't really do anything other than lose a few battles. Yeah, this is the original. This is the North Star game. Very retro. think you get 40 hours out of it or more. Yeah, this game is very basic, this one right here. You get an achievement if you can get 1,000,000 points in it. This game I'm playing right now is like from the 80s. Oh, I think maybe a few years? You know, for a few years, I think. Yeah, I'm not sure. I have to look it up. It is PS4 though. It is a PS4 game, so it's not on PS3 as far as I know. Or it might be. Yeah, I think the anime is 1983. So the year I was born. It's what was popular before Dragon Ball. Yeah, it's based off a comic book series. It's like Mad Max with martial arts Bruce Lee combined. With people's heads exploding. Yeah, that's what it's like. I'll show you the drive now. Yeah. Also, the voice actor of Shredder is in the English dub of the movie, which is the guy who played the father in Fresh Prince of Bel-Air.
Wait, Shredder as in like...
Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, yeah.
Oh wow, I didn't know that.
Yeah, I didn't know that until I watched it one time and I recognized the voice.
I haven't seen it.
Yeah, he died like a few years ago. Yep, did Shredder and played the father in Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. I used to watch that show. Yeah, it's like one of those shows I watch when I was bored. Yeah, you can block in this game. You could also parry, but I'm not really good at doing that. Actually, they barely did any damage. I have to do like bounties. If I do bounties, the enemies are stronger. And they tend to be bigger enemies. Like the one I just fought. Yeah. Yeah. So that's my vehicle.
That's yours?
Yep. There's 2 add-ons for it. There's like one to break these boulders that block a path, and one to go over this jagged rock. Yeah, there's a character in the desert who's your brother, and he trains you on new like abilities, but he's pretty hard. Oh no, sub-story. I'm just gonna skip over there as fast as I can. Yeah, you can skip the dialogue, like speed it up a bit. Cutscenes you can skip.
I hate the games where it's like they force you to watch the...
Oh, Metal Gear Solid 5, I think, forced you to watch the cutscenes, and those cutscenes could be... I'm not sure, maybe, but they had cutscenes that were like 40 minutes long.
Oh man, I didn't even know.
That game is like pure storyline.
I can't.
Oh.
Like, I'm the type of person, I actually like cutscenes, but...
Yeah, like they can be interesting and like important.
I didn't find Metal Gear Solid... I like Metal Gear Solid 1 for PlayStation, it's probably my favorite. And then I like 2. I played 3, but not enough to really say if I like it.
I played it either.
I played, I think, 4 and 5. Yeah, like I can skip the dialogue here, so I don't have to read it all. Downside is he brought me all the way back, so now I have to go get my car again. Yeah, the sub-stories just kind of like they appear in order, but it's like you have to go to different parts of the map to find them. So unless you look it up, you don't know when they're gonna appear. But certain like mini games will give you sub-stories, like the one in the bar gives you several sub-stories. And racing, I think there's two racing sub-stories I did too.
That car, right?
Yeah, the buggy. Yeah, the races so far, the ones I've done are easy, but I didn't do that much because you have to travel to certain parts of the map to unlock different races. So when you go to a new area, you unlock the racetrack. Yeah, there's bandits that you can crash into and have to fight, but you can avoid them pretty easily because you see them on the map like long before. Yeah, there's the map, and the exclamation mark is that's a sub-story. No, you can't run them over. Okay, I forgot to do something. I don't know what I forgot to do. Oh yeah, I have to talk to someone, that's what it is. Yeah, that's the city, which is like, it's like a military complex with nuclear missiles. Oh yeah, yeah. Yeah, so in the storyline, the world was destroyed by a nuclear war. Which would actually never happen in real life. Because the Russians only have, I think they only have like 1,500 nukes. Which is like, there's only enough nukes to carpet bomb a small country. Yeah. I don't know why.
The nukes aren't as big as they think they are because the ICBMs have a limited payload.
No, wait. Oh,
and they prefer to put 8 to 12 nukes on one nuclear missile because they cost 50 million a piece. They only have about 600 ICBMs. And that's been the same for the Americans and the Russians.
Yeah, pretty much there's no nuclear war because probably Russians and Americans figured that it wasn't really a war they could win, and that's why they never went to war. Alright, I'll see you. Alright. Yeah, I'll be playing them maybe a little bit longer, maybe half hour. Yeah, I'm trying to figure out where I'm supposed to go right now. And it's not active. Oh, I know. I have to go to that stupid city. Okay, I have to go to that question mark.
I actually punched the numbers. It would take about 1 million of the nukes that are on a typical ICBM to carpet bomb the world. And this thing, enough nuclear bombs to wipe the world 4 to 5 times over. No, that would be like 4 to 5 million nukes.
Yeah, most of that would be pointless because most of the world is empty.
No, but they only have about 15,000.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's a long way from
it. I think your more goal would be more to nuke all the enemy army.
No, you're better off hitting the military.
Yeah, that's what I said.
You just wipe out
the enemy army.
You can wipe out the city.
That's what no, the cities is pointless.
Yeah, you can't even, like the Americans have something like 5,000 paved runways. You can't even take out all the runways. They have about 800 military bases and they have about 1,200 active nukes, and it's like you use up 800 just taking. You could wipe out the military bases, which would make more sense than wiping out their cities, because the military is intact. It's like you just lost the war. As long as the army can, as long as the military can keep fighting, they will keep fighting.
Yeah, that's true.
But they do say because of the advanced technology, you could send the military into the Stone Age very quickly. because the military, it's like without parts, you can't keep the advanced military running.
Yeah.
You can't replace the jets. You can't replace the tanks without this immense infrastructure.
Yeah.
And if you wipe out the factories, it's like the military would be.
Yeah, they were.
It's not like, because they're saying you can't think of it as like World War II. World War II, they could mass produce the planes and the tanks. But the type of planes and tanks they have now, you can't mass produce them the way they did in World War II. You just can't produce those numbers. And the infrastructure to create them, they have thousands, like the planes of World War II, the technology is very simple in comparison. But the equipment they have, the advanced equipment they have now, it's like the thousands of parts are made all over the place. You take out one type of part, like if you're missing one part, the thing will not work. Yeah, they're very intricate. They say within no time, the advanced equipment, you're going to start running into problems. You can't fight a sustained war with modern equipment for very long.
I guess that's why Vietnam War didn't work so well.
Well, it's very expensive.
Yeah, it's not worth it. And the whole domino theory never came true. So the whole war was pointless. And they're trade partners now, so it makes it even more pointless. They could have just got along peacefully.
Yeah.
Because they fought a war. If you could fight a war and get along peacefully afterwards, you could have did the same from the beginning. Yeah. Not try to force your will on everyone. Just because you don't like their ideology. Yeah, it's just about stopping communism. Which communism kind of stopped itself because it doesn't work in real life anyways. Like the Russians eventually got sick and tired of it. The Chinese, they've pretty much given up on communism. They're still authoritarian, but they've given up on communism.
Oh no, they have a great capitalist.
Capitalism can be very authoritarian too.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, well, that has something to do with what type of, whether it's a democracy or a dictatorship, capitalism, or
A republic.
yeah.
Actually, what's the difference between a republic and democracy?
There is no difference.
Is there? No? I thought
No.
U.S. is like a republic.
No, when they founded when the United States, they founded a republic. It's just a type of form of government. Like the Romans, when they formed the republic, and they introduced the Senate, they introduced. It was because the Roman Senate worked just like very much like the U.S. Senate.
Yep.
But they were, how would you say, influential Romans that were in the Senate. That hasn't really changed. Whether they get how they were selected, I think. I know that Caesar took over. He put a bunch of his good-called cronies in the Senate.
Yep.
Yeah. People that were loyal to him. He filled up the Senate with people loyal to him. But in the end, he ended up being killed.
Okay. I'll just skip over this and get to the fight. They already know. Still block them. Let's skip over this real quick.
Oh.
Okay, that's done. Or do I talk to him again? Let's see if I found it. Yes, I do have it. Okay, that's good. Oh man, I lost all my objectives. Nope. Okay. I'm back. I'm finishing some edits and heading to bed. Okay, Frost. Yeah, I would go to bed, but I don't quite feel tired yet. I tend to sleep into noon. Okay, that's done. Oh, I'm 82 now. Okay, that's good. Unlockable. And no. Really? 1 second? there's something I have to do. Maybe a race? Yeah, maybe a race. Oh, that is not good. Oh, I smashed. That good. Alright, I'll do that one more time. Okay, I think I'm gonna go to bed now, Dad. Oh, I got a little bit of coffee left. Yeah, that's why I'm not tired, because of coffee. Oh, now I can do the mission. Alright, this time I saved my game before I go fight the boss. I forgot to do that last time, and I lost 3 levels of progress. Anyway. Alright, good night. Yeah, I'll be on tomorrow, probably around noon.